Wait, am I on the top floor already? Oh, I am. Okay. Let's go snooping. Oh, children's toys. That's the first thing I see.
Aha.
Collection of children's toys. Such a shame to see them stored away and not being enjoyed. I'm gonna assume they're Angelines? Considering they have been kept in a storage room, they are all in almost perfect condition. Yeah, that's what I thought. They belonged to Angeline.
Here you go.
Oh.
For you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Right, here you go.
Oh.
I'm gonna watch a bit more telly. Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye, everyone.
Right, Ainsley's gonna be in the other room, so
Goodbye, precious.
no commentary here for the moment.
You'll have Fluffy for company, but I'm gonna go watch more child.
Have fun.
I will.
Wait, what else do we have around here? Sorry, I'm just gonna look at my noms. Ooh, oh. I'll let this cool down a little first. A secret child. Ugh. This just should have thought that the Major and Cassandra had a child at some point. That'd be a well-kept secret if so, but ugh. I can't imagine it. The poor child.
Oh.
The time and skill it takes to build such a wonderful piece. It is an art form. We also have to think of who would know this information about Cassandra and the Major. Angeline makes a strong case, and Gideon potentially could find out. But the server could also have found out. But then, depending on how secretive those two have been, a maid. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Florette because she lived with a very poor family. But then again, it could be Elizabeth. Elizabeth's got like same kind of hair as them. But then, because I think Elizabeth's quite young as well. Oh, book.
Ah.
A long storybook rests here. It has obviously been read a great number of times, judging by the condition of the spine and pages. I am perhaps not the target demographic, but I understand it be quite popular among the younger audience. To the real lady of the house, happy birthday! Watching you grow into a proper young lady has been more than words can describe. All my love, Felix. Is this still Angeline? I would not expect it was created to find such a heartfelt message written by the Major. And to Angeline, is this the usual inscription you would find from a family friend? It's very sus. Even if he was pretty much like a second father or like an uncle. How long ago was this? Here we go. We're going to find out the relationship between him and the family. I cannot seem to get a straight answer from anyone regarding the Major. I know he has been friends with Cassandra for some years, but I must find out if it was anything more. But they've been banging, Poirot. How many times do we need to go through this? We know they've been banging.
Is there something? I must act on thought. I cannot see the logic.
No, Poirot gift and antiques.
I must take
No.
a different...
I'm sure it's one of these things. Apparently I'm way off. High interest rate. Oh. So he was leeching off the family to pay off the loan. I suppose that makes sense.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Indeed. It seems the Major has lived rather comfortably in the Fandom Bosscast for many years. He's lived with a Fandom Boss for many years. Okay. Don't think there's anything else in here. Okay. Well, I imagine he did live here for a long time. So is that how he was being able to pay off the loan? Is that why Cassandra was in such a massive debt? As far as back as the first in the prologue? Right, before we go downstairs, let's finish exploring up here.
Oh.
I could spend every waking moment reading about the adventures of the characters from these books. Okay. Wait, I thought she retired to her bedroom. Yeah, there she is. We don't need to speak to you. Surprised we're allowed to go in here. Extends further than just paintings. Indeed, she's got a bust. A warm fire. I could stand and gaze into the flames for hours. Let's just snoop around. I'm sure she won't mind. There does not seem to be anything of interest in here. I'm amazed she let me do that. These perfume bottles look rather expensive. It would be wise to be very careful with them. Yeah, let's not touch them. Especially when she's there. Alright, nothing of interest. I'm not going to speak to you. Bye bye. I've got no reason to speak to you. But we do need to speak to your daughter, so we're going to go do that. Perhaps it's time to speak with Angeline again. She should be able to give us the valuable piece of this puzzle. Oh, she's there.
Detective Poirot, are you any closer to uncovering the truth of Felix's involvement with the letters?
Indeed, she's been very unfaithful. I wonder if Angeline knows about that. Pot noodle.
I am, mademoiselle. I can confirm that he was not the author of the blackmail letters.
Dun dun dun. I'm sure that's some good news for her.
So the author is still out there.
Sadly though, yeah, that's true.
Oui, but it will not be long before they are apprehended, and the only letters they shall be penning will be from behind iron bars.
Pot noodles tasty. Anyway.
Your confidence is rather assuring. Thank you, Detective.
You're welcome, Angeline. I hope to goodness gracious it's not you. It would make no sense, but... It would make no sense anyway, but I hope to God it's not you. Your comment about the current guest stayed with me last night.
I'm sorry, Detective. I did not intend to leave your mind so full of thoughts.
Oh, I mean, it was already going to be full of thoughts for a dead body in the house, but there you go.
No apology is required. It actually made me question my whole chain of thinking. What if there had been a collusion between them, and the Major's murder was planned, organized, and orchestrated to make the investigation seem almost impossible?
So, it wasn't one person that did it, but a group. Which could make sense. Who knows? He was definitely hated by a lot of people.
Oh my, Detective, that is quite a theory.
It is a stretch, we've got no evidence of it, but a lot of people do have alibis, so... But then we haven't questioned any of the staff. We don't know what they were doing during the events.
Every guest has a motive. You confirmed that with the mention of Mademoiselle Conrad and the Major's fight. Supplying one another with a rock-solid alibi would surely throw off any detective.
Conrad. Oh, is that the journalist?
But not you.
Correct, mademoiselle. It would take much more to stamp Detective Poirot.
Oh yes, of course, of course. While searching the storage room, I found a book that I assumed was a gift from the Major to you.
I haven't seen that book in so long. Yes, it was a gift for my 10th birthday. I have read it from cover to cover countless times. He left such a lovely inscription too.
So, her father would be alive during this time, right?
It sounds as though there is a side to the Major I did not get to see. Was it common for him to bring you gifts?
Not common, but if he had been away for some time, he would bring me a small memento from his travels. He hasn't done that in some time, though.
The toys that were with the book, were they also gifts from the Major?
They were. I'm afraid they may have gathered some dust being in the storage room for so long. I kept them in hope of giving them to my child when the time comes.
Oh, that's so thoughtful of her. What was I going to say? So I think this confirms that Angeline does care about him to keep these kind of things around from when she was 10. So that could have been what, over 10 years ago, for sure.
It sounds as though he had always cared about you.
It does.
His presence at the house was comforting for us both after Father died, even if sometimes he was a little too overprotective.
What do you mean by that, specifically? So you spoke last night with the major support of your mama?
That's right. Ever since I can remember, Felix has been around.
Ever since she can remember. Okay, that's only bad as soon as I saw your comment. as soon as I read Daddy Major, I was going, I was like, oh. That has a whole new meaning. Right, yeah. As far as she can remember. And it's not a stretch that she would remember. I'm behaving, gosh. You fucking get me into trouble here. Can you believe this, Fluffy? Yeah, exactly. Major pain in the ass, exactly. What did I call him before? Was it Major Pain in the Ass? Was it Major Arse Face? I don't remember. I need to watch my previous videos. So yeah, I imagine he's been around since longer than when she was 10 years old. So that could be the secret. Not the affair, but the fact that the affair led to her being born. It's not a far-fetched theory. And at that time, she can easily be played out of Cassandra being pregnant with the Viscounts. As being with the Viscount, as I assume, obviously with the Viscount, they would have done it. But you know.
It seems as though she has a number of support networks. The Major, her friendship with the Countess, not forgetting Monsieur da Silva.
Yeah, don't forget about him.
Maman has many friends. I know how she may seem to Moss, but once you break the hard shell...
There is a further shell waiting to be broken.
Oh, very good, detective.
Forgive me, mademoiselle. I only jest.
Oh? Is that something you're not telling me?
It's quite alright. You are not the only one that feels a razor tongue. She's grateful you are here, especially now, whether she shows it or not.
Uh-huh. Still yet to see this version of the Madame that Madame Angeline speaks of. I'm not sure I will get my hopes up for a bidding for friendship. I don't really want to be a friend. Speaking with the Comtesse yesterday, she did not have the greatest opinion of the Major.
They have often come to blows when it concerns Maman. They are both trying to protect her, but they themselves cannot seem to get along.
Probably because maybe Margie Moo, I don't know her name. Margex, something like that. Maybe she knows the secret, and that's why she's like trying to protect her, because she knows the Major just there for, funds and good time.
She spoke of his desire to join the, how do you describe it? Social elite.
Oh yeah, there's also all that stuff. But then again, the Major does care about Angeline, so I don't know.
This isn't the first time she has vocalized that concern. She thinks the Major was just using our family name to make his way to the top.
And you do not agree?
I will not deny he has shown interest in Maman's social circles, but they have been friends since even before I was born. Surely all those years of friendship was not just to raise his social standing.
Well, there confirms the theory of how long have they, been finger quote friends. They were friends before Angeline was born, so the theory of Angeline could be the Major's daughter holds up really high now. Really, really high. And that would make a good secret to blackmail. Angeline obviously does not believe what the Comtesse has to say about the Major. Perhaps it is jealousy that drives the scandalous theory. Maybe. If I may be so bold, did the Major contribute to the house?
How do you mean, detective?
I imagine a house of this size is rather costly, keeping it in the immaculate condition it is in.
He means money.
Maman looks after the financial side of the house, but I think she has had to ask him more than once for a contribution of sorts. It is not for me to get involved.
I don't think the Major actually ever did any of that, because he's been leeching off them since fucking forever. It's a very strong possibility, and I'm actually thinking that could be the case. But I don't know if it seems too obvious, thinking about it.
I shall not keep you any longer. Merci, mademoiselle.
This is what I hear about mystery games, like, sometimes you see the theory and you wonder, okay, it's there, but is it too obvious, or is it actually going to happen? I think there's needed to push Madame on a secret. Oh, we get to confront her. Oh, this could be fun. Oh. I forgot why. Alright, before I do this, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna have a quick 1 minute break. I'll be back very shortly. And then we get to the bottom of this. So yeah, I'll be back in 1 minute. So yeah, be right back. Well, hey everyone, welcome back to a black screen of OBS, because OBS. There we go. Back to normal. Well, someone's got some explaining to do. So let's get to the drama. Let's solve this drama. Hey, Cassandra, how are things?
Detective Poirot, what do you think you are doing in here?
My job. That's what.
I have something I wish to discuss with you.
Well, I hope it is important enough to justify barging into one's bedroom.
Considering I'm investigating a murder, I have every right to barge into your room when you could be a big suspect.
I assure you it is.
Good, because this has gone on far too long. We are snowed in this house while a murderer runs amok.
I can understand your frustrations, but it is not as simple as...
You were once an incompetent officer, and now it seems you are just as incompetent as a detective.
Alright, arrest her. Yep. I mean, true. Alright, we're arresting Cassandra. Based on the fact that she's fucking getting in the way of police investigation.
If I was not being lied to and misled at every turn, perhaps the murderer would already be in custody.
Oh, here we go. Poe's gonna get down to business.
I hope you are not suggesting I had something to do with Felix's murder.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I do know about some cows.
I am suggesting that if I had the support that everyone claims they are offering, we would be in a very different situation.
If you have something you want to ask, I suggest you ask me now.
Oh, now she's suddenly changing her tone a little of going, okay, then ask away. This is going to turn into an argument. And I'm all here for it. So she's just like, yeah, whatever, going for that. I was not aware the Major had been so close to your daughter.
We met before Angeline was born, so he was often at the house when she was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And where was it you two met?
A good question.
I was attending an event. Felix was also in attendance as a serving officer. A conversation was struck.
So it was not through the Viscount that you two met?
I did not require my husband to start conversations on my behalf.
It was you that instigated it then?
My, detective. That active imagination of yours has taken you on quite some journey.
Well, we've got some evidence to go. You two have been going meow, 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 meow. She's attempting to flip from a subject she obviously does not feel comfortable discussing. Well, the Bleak Viscount and the Major were surely friends then.
Edwin spent much of his time away on business before Angeline was born. Felix was a welcome distraction from the loneliness of the house.
Ah, so that explains how they've been getting around. Felix played a lot of visits. I bet it was a welcome distraction.
You were alone in the house.
Wait, where are the servants?
The staff continued their duties, of course, but trying to get any sort of sophisticated or cultured conversation from them was like drawing blood from a stone.
Yeah, everyone was thinking it. Oh, the staff was still there. So, the staff probably know about it. Is that why a bunch of them keep getting fired?
And when Angeline was born?
Edwin remained at home. It was his duty as a father.
Why?
And the Major?
He had his own business and life to tend to, but we remained in touch via letter. Around the time of Edwin's passing, Felix had relocated to the area.
How convenient. How convenient is this? As soon as the Viscount makes his appearance again, the Major's nowhere to be found. And then as soon as the Viscount passed away, the Major suddenly is around again. Huh. How sus. That is the most sus thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, relocated into the house. Madame is incredibly coy and brief with the information she offers, but with the Viscount's death considering with the Major's return, surely a mere coincidence is too far-fetched. Come on, Poirot, we know what's up here. They've been banging. I would like to ask about the letter found in the Major's study.
I'm sure he has hundreds of letters in there. Most of them could and should have been thrown away a long time ago. You are going to have to be more specific.
That is true. I mean, we found so many damning letters in there. The loan taken out from the bank, the blackmail, and his confession letter to you.
I refer to the letter addressed to you, the one of a romantic nature.
Romantic nature? Oh, please, detective. Felix did not have a romantic bone in his body.
Oh, so it was that kind of relationship. Ah, okay. So that's got it on.
He made his intentions quite clear in the letter. I must admit I myself was surprised.
You really do have quite the active imagination, detective. If that is how you wish to interpret it, so be it. But I can assure you, the Major did not think of me that way, and certainly did not include it in a letter.
Uh-huh. Of course she's not gonna fucking
I think that is all
tell
for
us.
now. Merci, madame.
So sus. There we got some chain links.
This will not get me any... Another success. I never doubted myself.
Indeed, I mean, of course, there's a torn photograph of the two, and yet Cassandra's like, yeah, he doesn't like us. It's obvious that the Major cared for Cassandra. That is no surprise to anyone. The Major cared about Cassandra. I mean, duh. I mean, this is damning right here. This fucking piece of evidence. I don't know what the where we'd go with though.
Is there something I...
Whoops. Go back on it.
I cannot see the logic
No, that
in
makes no
this.
sense. The answer is obvious, but you have to convince the game, you know. I know, I don't know what to go for here at all. Nothing's really jumping out at me. Oh, maybe this.
Order and method.
Never mind. Oh, apparently birthday gift and the Major return. Okay, I would never have thought of these two to go together.
Some would say a lucky guess. I would say a moment of genius.
With the fight count gone, the Major stepped up and that is a fatherly figure to her. I mean, yeah. Wait, how long ago did the fight count die? Did he die while Angeline was very young? The Major was in as a father figure. Well, we know that. I mean, the game does make it, like, you get the answer and then the game very, like, plays the long game of giving you the actual answer, even though you already know the answer. Oh, Cassandra, we're not done with our little chat just
Is
yet.
this really necessary?
Sadly so. We have to speak to you. I know. I don't like this as much as you do, but we have to get it done, Cassandra. I so hope you're the culprit, so I can just go, yay, the two West characters are gone. Also, I'm really worried about Sack. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen Sack since, last night. So I'm really worried about him. If you were quit and the Major had no romantic feelings towards you, why would he keep a photograph of you and Angeline hidden?
He may have stayed in my home, but Felix was a grown man, Detective. What he kept, hidden or otherwise, has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, but did you forget the part that the picture was of you and Angeline? Did you forget about that?
But it does not surprise you that he had such a photograph?
We have been friends, and he has been there for Angeline for many years, but you find it strange that he keeps a reminder of us? Perhaps that says more about you, Detective.
What do you mean?
What I do find strange is that if he did hold a flame for you, why he would never express it.
If he did, it was not reciprocated. I have not even considered another since my husband's passing. Not that it is any of your business.
Sure you say that, sure. Yeah.
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame.
Great, no chaining. If this leads to another conversation with her, I'm just gonna cry. Right, what is it? Cassandra has no romantic feelings towards the Major.
I must take a different...
Oh, no, it's the other one. No feelings, Render. Not how to fancy, so why is he there?
Magnifique.
So, like, sure, he's a friend, and you could say, like, a family friend. And he's now living at your house, and he doesn't help in any shape or form with the house? That is very suspect, isn't it? The answer could be more than what you think, like what the chat's been doing during the break that YouTube won't see. AKA, he's been providing the D. Oh, thanks, John. Thank you for the hydrate. Ugh. I don't get it. When I, like, talk normally in a game, it's fine. Reading text fucking takes it out of me. Yeah, I'm speaking, like, probably the same amount. Although in this case, I am speaking a bit more, so maybe it's that. As much as she tries to deny it, Cassandra shared the Major's feelings in some capacity. She doesn't have an honest bone in her body. Oh, why? Why do I have to talk to her? Ugh. Oh, that sounds so childish. That sounded so fucking childish. Here we go again.
Is this real?
Yes, it is. Push on why, Cassandra has that. Oh, okay, here we go. It's gonna get heated.
Who I allow in my house is none of your business. I do not have to explain anything to you.
I did not think you were one for charity.
Oh, damn.
I would not expect you to think much of anything. There is no need to talk on it any further, but I'm sure you will remember that, financially speaking, we have had our issues.
Yeah, you've fucking been selling your fucking stuff. I have all the evidence I need to confront Madame van den Bosch. It is my approach to the questions that I must consider. She will no doubt be defensive when pushed, but that may be the only way, as she will not give up any information she does not want too easily. So yeah, why do you protect the name of Monsieur Hagen so lucidly?
He was a man that required no protection, Detective, especially from me.
That is the impression I had of him, which is why your defensive stance warrants questioning.
Your insistent questioning on such trivial matters are getting on my last nerve. There is a murderer and a blackmailer to be found. That is your job here.
I thought you didn't care about the blackmailer. His decoration stuff meant nothing to you then? Or judging by the... I don't know if I should be too pushy. Although the suggested one doesn't... is sort of pushy. I don't know if this will work.
How many times do I have to tell you? There was no romantic feelings between us.
Don't lie, you've been banging. Or you're going to say that it was a romance and you just banged for the sake of it?
I have grown weary of this conversation, Poirot. There is nothing more to say.
She actually said his name! Oh my gosh, she said his name! There's something about your relationship that you are obviously refusing to elaborate on. The love letters, the housing, or your continued reluctance to answer my questions and defensive nature suggests that there was a shared love between you. Oh, either of those could be fucking the answer. Let's try to do it.
I have explained this to you already. You really are trying my patience.
Should I pick the other one?
Madame, you continue to withhold the truth.
And you continue to get on my last nerve. I am not obliged to tell you every detail of my private life.
Oh no, this is pretty much turning into Ace Attorney. Just wait for the song to go boom, boom, boom.
But
that's
when
not
it
how it goes.
impedes my investigation.
Believe what you wish. You clearly have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, great.
My personal life has nothing to do with your investigation. I don't know how else it can be said. Keep your nose out of my business.
Ugh. Restart.
Who I
did not.
Right, let's skip this now. because I failed.
He was a man.
That is...
How many times do I have to
Alright, let's be the bottom one. Oh, silenced. This is a new feeling.
Madame, you continue to withhold the truth.
And you continue to get on my last nerve. I am not a
But when it impedes...
If only you were this focused on finding the blackmailer and...
Madame,
Very well. I did not lie about how we met. I was attending an event, raising money for... Oh, I cannot recall now.
Okay, that was a fucking sudden change of pace of how it went from we're gonna argue and I'm gonna tell you. Like the feck.
It had been some time since I had returned home and was rather missing English soil. I was aware of Felix's invitation, or at least that there was to be several British officers attending the party, and that is where our friendship began. He was a warm reminder of home, and I enjoyed conversing with him. We shared walks in the park and read together. As I said, he was a welcome distraction from the days spent alone.
Mm-hmm.
I shall go no further with the details, but I will say, I had no intention on being unfaithful to my husband. It was never our plan to go that far. Once I found out I was pregnant, I knew it had to stop.
Dun dun dun.
the Viscount never questioned Mademoiselle's birth?
In his mind, he had no reason to, and he shouldn't have had to. It was my mistake to bear. If he knew the truth, our lives would have been ruined.
Da 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 da. So much for there was no romance. No, she fucking described everything fucking being a romance. Fucking hell. I never planned to be unfaithful. Suddenly, after a billion times, I'm pregnant with the guy that I'm being. Yeah, MV gets the gold star.
I told Felix that he was to stay away, but he had no intention to. He became an uncle figure to Angeline, and they grew closer after Edwin's death. I could not tell her the truth. Too much time had passed. The secret remained only between him and I. Until now.
Clearly, someone else knows about it because of the blackmail. But I'm gonna cough. Miriam. I'm just gonna have another drink.
And what were the Major's thoughts on revealing the truth?
He wanted to tell her everything. He wanted her to
achievement.
know exactly who he was. But I told him no. It would not have been the poignant reconciliation that he expected. She would not understand.
I mean, what about now, though? She was changed since, like, when we first met her. Right, now that she's actually revealed it and we know the truth, let's talk about the letters.
I tried to retrieve them from the safe after everyone had retired last night. But when I opened the safe, they were nowhere to be found. I assumed he must have hidden them somewhere else.
So it was you! And someone else from the sounds of it.
When I entered the study this morning, they were as visible as a red notice on a police station wall.
I would appreciate if you did not compare them to the face of a wanted felon.
Indeed, MV. Poor Angeline.
Pardon, madame.
But that does mean someone else in the house has seen them. I don't understand. Why would they return them?
So Poirot finds out. Is it Elizabeth?
A mystery that is still yet to be solved.
Or Florette? Florette's probably hidden in, like, under the floor or something, moving about. Or in the ceiling. I don't know. Madame was beaten to the safe by another. So, that's two people fucking messing with the crime scene. Cassandra and potentially the blackmailer / killer. Thinking now, can no one fucking follow instructions from a detective? I'm amazed Paul's not getting mad about that. Have a thief within these walls started this list of criminals. I mean, the thief could also be the killer. We don't know. Or the blackmailer. Or both. Or maybe it's all one person. We don't know. Or it could be a group like Angeline gave us the idea of. Can I assume this is a secret that's been used for ransom? Unless there's some other thing.
Must be. But I have told no one.
And the Major?
Felix promised me he wouldn't tell a soul, and I believed him. What, even if he wanted to?
If the Major let slip even once throughout the years, perhaps in an intoxicated state, it is a secret that May would seek an opportunity to gain from. Very easily can be slipped if you're drunk.
You did not think anyone knew, and that is why you disregarded the letter.
If you bow to these criminals, they will only try to claw more from you.
As evidence of the other blackmail letter after the first one was paid?
I think that is all for now. Merci, madame.
She's also changed the tune a little there. Tone. The uncertain connection between the Major and the ransom has been resolved. The Major was being blackmailed. The letters were not written by his hand. Well, we knew that already. What remained resolved is why the Major was being blackmailed. Two cases of extortion under one roof. The question of their relationship must be asked. Again, that's been solved. The Major's secret is anything but obvious from his letter. This is the same text that was earlier. Huh, bug? That seemed a bit buggy. I had my suspicions that they shared a romantic relationship, but I did not expect the realization of his connection to Angeline. I am now one of the very few that hold Madame's secret. How many people do you think know? Maybe we can draw it out of them. Maybe get anyone to make the mistake, the blackmailer. Plot twist: the blackmailer isn't any of the people. Alright, so next up, the blackmail. Well, we're done in here, I suppose. Hopefully never have to speak to Bitchfish again.